Okay, we're doing this. Uh, Input device. Yeah, we'll do this one. Let's go get some items. Fill my inventory up, so I'll be unable to walk. Huh. Okay, deployable. Should probably get like a flare. Throw that in the utility. And get like a smoke grenade. They have flashbangs now too. Oh, that might be pretty fun. We'll try that out. What I really need here is big ammo box.
A lot of people own helis.
Who's going over here? Dude, that kid needs to get off the mic. They're probably gonna leave. I don't think I'm gonna make this one. I know where they're going. Yeah, thanks. Asshole.
Oh my god.
Does he know how to fly? What are you, an idiot?
You need help flying? Hey, let me try. Let me try.
You're in the wrong seat. That's why it's not going up.
Oh, never mind. It's going up. It's going up. Flying is not my specialty. I used to fly this helicopter in my main account. They kind of mess with the flying controls. Fair enough.
Alright, they got depot.
We cleared it. We're stealthing it. Copy.
Just a warning, if you don't have night vision, you're kind of screwed. But when we land, everybody else.
How close are you gonna fucking get, dude? There's only 13 of them left. Keep. Oh no, he's gonna get us killed. Alright. Don't these guys have missiles here? Don't they have a SAM site, I thought?
Come on. Pick me up.
Oh, I guess not. That building unloaded over there. Magical power of this engine. What are you doing?
Little more forward, little more forward.
Did he just... How is he alive?
I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Mori. No puedes. You got the explosives?
Somebody else do something.
Voy de nuevo. Adelante.
Look at this guy just dancing up here. Jesus. Ooh, wow, okay. It's like all of my health.
I'm hit.
Are we getting mortared?
I'm hit. I'm down.
Shit. One more.
Roger. Wait.
That's a good idea.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we were clearing something else. On the VIP, dude. Thanks. Dang.
The fuck?
Te voy a mandar VIP. Adelante.
Oh my
Who's attacking us?
god.
Where are you coming from?
Fucking mortars. I don't know where that mortar is coming from.
A ver, esperemos que no sea un enemigo, para que deba explotar. We're being suppressed, we're being suppressed. We're being suppressed.
We gotta know where those mortars are being shot from. So slow. So heavy. Oh, there was a ladder on this side that I did not know about that. What the fuck? Okay, he got it. That is a really big problem. Jeez.
I'm gonna heal up real quick. Oh, they have mortars on us. This is not gonna end well, but I'm gonna... Okay.
Thanks. Ooh, boy. Gun body order.
We definitely need to take down those mortars.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think, isn't he in there somewhere? No, he isn't. Somewhere on the... Oh, that's a friendly. They're friendly.
That's friendly. Yeah, on the vehicle.
So it's coming from the left somewhere.
Oh, bad.
Oh, right. He's up on the hills, isn't he? I remember this. He's somewhere over there.
Friendly.
I think they're getting him now.
I need a medic.
They're at least getting the RPG guy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's clearing that out all solo. That's not very good. Yeah, they're all along the ridge line.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Where's Grim? Okay. Found him. Wait, he's exfilling?
Alright, they're taking care of it up there.
Batman fan, can you pick me up? I'm completely out of meds. Oh, wait, no, you mean like, okay, let's try. Están por acá al frente.
Yep, there's the mortar guy.
Lo veo, lo veo.
How's he doing over here at the quarry? He seemed to be doing fine. I've just got this guy following me. Surprised he's not much faster than I am. Oh, he's just walking, that's why. I was about to say.
Hay más ahí en tu posición. Voy a ver acá atrás.
Alright, well they just touched down again. Are they picking someone up, or... I don't know what they're doing. I do see a bunch of guys, though.
Voy a ver si puedo recuperar el helicóptero. Si no, tendremos que reiniciarnos.
I don't know where the other guy just went.
Where are ya? Where are ya?
He might have moved in. I don't know. I don't even see him.
Ah, se rompió.
Oh, there's quite a few. Guy's drifting his Jeep. So mad that they removed that patch. You used to be able to wear a patch. Said I'd drift your Jeep.
Enemy sniper.
He sees one.
The area.
200 rounds of ammunition. I mean, you barely have to reload with this gun. I just like its utility. Yeah, it has a very specific role. Yeah, it's better when you have a coordinated team.
We need exfil. We need exfil.
Thanks.
We need exfil.
Right side has target.
Help, 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 help! Help, I'm dead!
Oh, they're all doing Ronograd?
I'm behind the helicopter, but behind it. I'm behind the
Alright,
helicopter.
well, I'll reload. It's gonna drop the, pretty sure it'll drop
Can
it,
you save
but...
us?
I'd like to keep it, yeah, but it always drops, I think.
Please help me.
Unless it's just the amount in my inventory. Oh yeah, there wouldn't have been enough space because this dressing, that's probably why. I wouldn't have dropped it if I didn't have that dressing in a weird spot, but it's fine.
I'm 200.
It's not the end of the world. I still have 600 rounds.
I'm to the east of y'all.
Is he gonna want me to do some shooting when we get there? The recoil might be crazy because I don't have a bipod. I don't know why the recoil is so high on this gun anyways. It weighs like 1,000,000 pounds. It really should not be like that. But that's okay. The biggest downside is carrying so many rounds of ammunition. It really does slow you down. You not get my... I fucking hate you, dude. You're terrible. Just got all these guys flying around. They're gonna win, look at that. It's like 50 enemies here. They're all in the buildings, too. God, I can't aim for junk. I headshot the guy and it didn't even kill him earlier. I headshot him. Alright. I need a place where I can set out the bipod. An enemy? I can't even tell. Get up on this roof, it might be good for us. Because we could see to the other side. Oh, we wouldn't need to. Oh yeah, I forgot they changed that, didn't they? It's just this part of the city now, isn't it? So they're probably in these buildings. Oh, never mind, they just got reinforced. So yeah, there's 1,000,000 of them again. Aren't you a fucking enemy? Why aren't you dying? Oh, oh, they keep spawning right there. That was unfortunate. I don't think anyone's gonna go for me. I don't think anyone really knows what I was doing just now. That's probably fine. Unless that's what this guy's doing. Is he running up to come get me? I don't think so. He's not gonna make it. This is really funny. If he can revive me through the thing. That is really funny. You gotta go in and clear it out, man. It's not gonna work. Yeah. Look, they're all in this building. You just gotta get up there and clear it out. Alright, I think he's figuring that out. Oh yeah, here he comes. Alright. What? They're just spawning in here. This is pretty raw. CQB LMG, here we go. Because they're gonna spawn in here again, aren't they? Oh my god. They're just... What the fuck? Hey, Alex. Just figured out where they were fucking spawning. If I just sit here, can I just wait for them to spawn? Oh, I think one of them made it up. Hang on. So weird. Although it's supposed to feel like an ongoing battle, so I see why the spawns are just infinite. I can't hit this guy for shit. I just can't put the bipod down, so... You know, that's all my ammo again. Oh, they're under me. Alright, let's go walk into the hallway and kill 300 of them. This sucks. You guys all in this room? Oh, they're not in the hallway. Color me surprised. Go fucking walk out of here. I don't want to be in here anymore. Oh, they're all on the map, are they? Yeah, so they're in this building. Just like stacked up. 500 of them to a hallway. You're what? Oh, he got him with a machete. Amazing. Very happy. Drop a random flare somewhere. Oh, cool. Look at that light post. It's just up there. Yeah, get in. Wish you could kill teammates. That would be sweet. How much XP did that get me? Not very much. Not very much money either. But that's okay. I have a money farm. You know what? Actually, I'll show you the money farm. Only because it's very similar. I mean, it's just straight copied from Phantom Pain. That's why it was so easy to do. It's like Phantom Pain, but halfway through the game, they don't get fucking, like, COVID and get sick or whatever was going on with that. You have this, like, company screen, and then you can hire a bunch of people. I've pretty much maxed it out. I mean, I still have some work to do, obviously, but, like, my deliveries is maxed out. All the, like, equipments, all the upgrades max level. I at least have S rank in all my guys, but I want them to be, you know, S++. So, working towards that. My deliveries are probably all turned in, yeah. I mean, might as well get rid of this stuff. Passive income. Don't even have to play the game to make money. Ugh. It's like the only real way to afford anything now that they've ruined the economy in the game, but like to max everything out, I think it takes like 300,000 or something. It can be pretty difficult to achieve that much cash, but what I was just doing near the end is like I just wouldn't play the game for a day, get a bunch of fuel on my operations, and then just send it out for deliveries, and then use the money to get an upgrade. And now I just do the same thing, but hiring only S++ people to, like, replace. See, these guys are pretty good, but they're not the best, right? Nothing but the best for me. Anyways, I don't even know what to play. I don't know what to do today. Okay. What should we play today? Hey, that's a cute image of a cat. 4:30 ends at 10:30. Let me know. Thanks. Yes, Ashton, you should probably take this shift. Is it really just all of his stuff tomorrow? Phone schedule. Besides prep, weeknight Central Park. Oh yeah. How's this new hire working at 4:30 to 10:30? And then my boy who's been in for like a year now gets 7 hours a week, if that. 7 hours a pay period. Take it. That's crazy to me. Okay. Why is Arsh still in the voice chat from last night? Yeah, it's tomorrow, so leagues. The leagues, right? Anyways, I don't even fucking know. I don't take shifts that late. I hate working late. Central Park, 10:30 shift tomorrow. Let's see. We got 1,000,000 games. 1,000,000 games, and I can't find one to play. What is this? I don't know what this game is. But I have lengths. It's like a 6 hour, 4:30 to 10:30. The Chinese Room. Okay, we're gonna play the Chinese Room. There we go. Come on. Work. Work, damn it, or I'll kill you. You want to show the Chinese Room. You want to show it. Maybe I have to wait to go into the settings and turn off exclusive full screen. The worst thing ever created, exclusive full screen. There it goes. Alright. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what we're doing here. The lighthouse. Alright, let's go there first.
Dear Esther.
Yeah.
The morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
Okay. I guess I wasn't supposed to do that. Drown once. Alright. What are we doing here? Source game. These are source props. Are you making a fucking joke? That's the game I just loaded. I mean, you're making a joke, right? Oh, we've got some carbons here. Look at that. What are we, I don't know what molecule that is. I just know it's a carbon. A lot of this paint. Luminous paint. Quite a bit of it. Alright, which way? Left or right? You don't got all day, man. Alright, I had to pick for you. Going up here. Well, can I, like, squeeze past, or what's... Okay. This is, like, one of the most accurate depictions of, like,
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
I was gonna say, one of the most realistic depictions of, like, a beachside cliff face. Just, like, the density and types of plants. Alright, well, I don't... Yeah, I'm not certain... Can we just, like, go down here? The type of thing is pretty fun to do when you're at the beach and you just see, like, a big cliff with some rocks. Lots of trash. That's also pretty realistic for a beach. It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I like these clouds. Hey.
There was once talk of a wind farm out here, away from the rage and the intolerance of the masses. The sea, they said, is too rough for the turbines to stand. They clearly never came here to experience the becalming for themselves. Personally, I would have supported it. Turbines would be a fitting contemporary refuge for a hermit. The revolution and the permanence.
I don't really know what type of game this wants to be.
The mount is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then? When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh. We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
The paint? Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I didn't read anything about this game. I didn't really look it up. I bought it for $1 during the summer sale. And it was just kind of like...
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life. I would leave you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
Just looked cool. And the description was interesting too. It said that some of the... Now, I don't know if this is true, but it said that some of the locations you see in game are procedurally generated. Or not procedurally, but randomly generated at the start of the level. I don't know how that works. Or if I'm thinking about the right game, because so far this all seems like very particular and purposeful. And if it is generated randomly, and it knows when to play these voice lines, I think that's pretty cool. But I'd have to read up on the description of the game again. In fact, I'm going to do that now. What? Every playthrough is a unique experience with randomly generated audio, visuals, and events. Poetic, semi-randomized story like you've never experienced in a game before. And, oh wow, there's great musicians working on this. Huh. Alright, well, let's keep going. I like atmospheric games like this. So, they have like a bunch of lines recorded that are just randomized for your playthrough. There's a bird. I'm kind of intrigued. I do want to see more. Keep playing this for now. And this score is very soothing. Combined with these rolling clouds, the sound of the wind, the flora waving. This small little brook right next to us. Step in it for a moment. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I'm convinced I'm not alone here, even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
um, like take my shoes off, take my socks off, and just go walk into the creek, like the Alameda Creek. I mean, I don't know if I would do that now, because now I know it's super disgusting and polluted, but it was more fun when you could be naive about that sort of thing. This is quite interesting. Yeah, chemistry. I was telling you those were carbons. Organic chemistry. I've been reading a book on the chemistry behind powder and explosives, which is all OChem, and I'm not like very well versed in that. But it goes into the history behind it first, and that's been very interesting to read about. How gunpowder was invented and like its first usages.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
More of that paint. Just wanted to go through the container. Got a buoy out there. Now, can we actually go this way? We can. Continue going towards that beacon on the mount.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Ugh. It's pretty surprising how many people go from that.
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Something about that howling just isn't quite natural. There's a house up there. Oh, there's one right here, too.
begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
Fuck. This isn't gonna turn into some Lovecraftian fucking crazy mythos bullshit. Now, what's over this? Is there anything down here? Just another shipwreck. It'd be a big deal if there weren't shipwrecks everywhere.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either. When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs, and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
Nice fucking model.
What to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him here. For the syphilis, a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My disease is the internal combustion engine and the cheap fermentation of yeast.
Jesus Christ.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired. curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness. Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, wintered tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Yet I can't.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Doesn't work. This is a pretty short game. We're already halfway through.
They'd stop the traffic back as far as the Sanford Junction and come up the hard shoulder like radio signals from another star. It took 21 minutes for them to arrive. I watched Paul time it to the second on his watch.
Don't drink and drive. That's the moral of this story. Oh. This is like unironic. This is very beautiful. The source game has still got it. The source game, source engine. Sorry. I would totally slip and fall on this shit. Oh, these are all spore prints. Makes a lot more sense.
In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder, the world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine, between each shoulder the nascency of flight. This cannot be the shaft they threw the goats into. It cannot be the landfill where the parts of your life that would not burn ended up. It cannot be the chimney that delivered you to the skies. It cannot be the place where you rained back down again to fertilize the soil and make small flowers in the rocks.
Behold, Damascus of... What does that even say? I can't even read that. Oh, well, I guess it would be... These are electrical diagrams. Damascus. It's on 22.0. I want whatever this guy was on. Away from Penis City. It's obviously not what it says. And it shall be... Can't read it. Kit. What the... Oh. Right. We're just fine. That is beautiful. And it's probably our way out. Being slowed down. Yeah, there's only 4 chapters.
The moon over the Sanford Junction, headlights in your retinas. Donnelly drove a grey hatchback without a bottom. All the creatures of the tarmac rose to sing to him. All manner of symbols crudely scrawled across the cliff face of my unrest. My life reduced to an electrical diagram. All my gulls have taken flight. They will no longer roost on these outcrops. The lure of the moon over the Sanford Junction is too strong. We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
Being watched.
were chemical diagrams on the posters on the walls on the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
Yo.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
From heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Ah, there. I've been looking for a way up.
A sound of torn metal, teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal as I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, all my mind as a bypass. I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
As he was proceeding on his journey, there was a guy up here. is coming near to Damascus. Either did
If only
he
Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection. Bent back like a nail, like a hangnail, like a drowning man clung onto the wheel, drunk and spiraled, washed onto the lost shore under a moon as fractured as a shattered wing. We cleave, we are flight and suspended, these wretched painkillers, this form inconstant. I will take flight, I will take flight.
came to pass that as I made my journey, to Damascus. Almost fell off, I was reading it. And soon only shone from the heavens a light round against me, and could not see for the
A gull perched on a spent bonnet,
glory
sideways, whilst the sirens fell
that
through the middle
light
distance and the metal moaned in grief about us. I'm about this night in walking, old bread and gull bones, old Donnelly at the bar gripping his drink, old Esther walking with our children, old Paul as ever, old Paul. He shakes and he shivers and he turns off his lights alone.
and being led by the hand. Man. Getting real intense up here. Oh. That were with me. Damascus I came.
I am am the Ariel. In my passing, I will send news to each and every star. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an Ariel, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent. Come back.
Huh. The Chinese Room. It's a pretty interesting game. Very short. Let's play out. So now I'm interested. What is the randomized part of it? It would have to be just some of the effects. Because I can't imagine the world. Very interesting story. Hmm. Very impressive game. Very beautiful. Extremely poetic. Um, Now, there's a lot more to see. I'm pretty sure that took about an hour to complete. Um, it's gonna be the same almost every playthrough. About an hour. Um, but what gets changed is, I think, like certain sound effects, a few visual effects, and the voice lines. They can get told in, I think, different orders, and um, you just hear different ones in general. Anyways, I really liked that. That was wonderful. And for $1, not that bad. $1 for 1 hour. That's pretty good. Alright, well, we're at the same. It's a pretty moving game. Alright. I love the Source engine, man. What a great engine. Hmm. Okay. I don't know what to do now. I have a shift in a few hours. I probably should eat lunch. Oh, I'm starting a little. What is it? 5:30? Is that when I normally start? No, it probably is. It's kind of a lame shift today. Alright, well, let's see. Should I play another game? I don't know. Stay cute. Ooh, what got changed in this? It was very small update. Oh, we're gonna get the High Town soon. That's wonderful. Can't wait for the High Town. Probably play the shit out of that on release. Huh. Okay. Mission pack. Still nothing, huh? Huh. Alright, well, I'm kind of not really interested in playing any more games right now, I'm gonna be honest. Nothing is really speaking to me, so I think that just means I should call it. I've been playing for like 2 hours anyways, so be good to get off now. I can't do like those. I don't know how some people stream for like 12 hours. You know what I mean? How do you even do that? I can't play video games for more than like 3 or 4 hours before it starts getting really draining. Hmm. Few games got updated. Taking a look at that. It's pretty cool. Oh, very interesting. Um, this game's kind of ass. And they really. Huh. Okay. Well, yeah. I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit back. All right, bro. Thanks for watching. I know this is kind of like a nothing burger stream, but just wanted to do something. I'm definitely gonna go eat. I'm gonna go have breakfast or lunch, or I guess it would be lunch. But it's my breakfast. Yeah. I'll see you. Probably have some more time this weekend, and then definitely next Friday. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I'll have gas in my car. That'll be fun too. Oh yeah, tomorrow I can fill up my car. That is so exciting. I can't wait to pull into the gas station tomorrow and fill up my car. I'm gonna fill it all the way up. I'm gonna fill it all the way up to the top. I'm so excited. All right. See ya.